Okay, welcome to the rebranding of my railroad, which is now called the River Valley Railway. I found out there are way too many Pine Valley Railways out there, and this is my original layout, a 2x4 oval that I called the Pine Valley Railway, having no idea everybody else uses that name. So we rebranded today as the River Valley Railway. We're going to keep our city names. This is still Pine Valley. And then we leave Pine Valley and we come through a canyon with a waterfall. And then we get into Cold Junction. And then we come around through some hills and we end up in the little Midwest town of Middleton that has a plastics plant, a recycle plant, and Fred's Fine Furniture, where they import hardwoods and ship out handmade furniture. And then over here is Pine City. We have a feed mill, a food service distributor, and an auto parts truck place. And in the back side of Pine City is some buildings just to make it look like a city. There's a nice farm in the corner. We've got the goats got loose on the hill. We've got pigs, cows, your typical farm scene. And then in the back is the passenger station and passing siding. And then this is the main headquarters and one of our shops, and where our engines store here at the Riverport Yard. This is our main yard that holds 30 cars, and it's where all of our main dispatching is done from. The purpose of this layout is essentially a giant switching layout. We have 15 industries, and we deliver to any 9 of those industries based on a random card draw on any given session. An operating session takes about an hour. This is the town of Riverport, and there's a cold storage facility here along the riverfront, and then there's also an injection molding plastics facility in the back that takes covered hoppers for plastic pellets and ships out on boxcars. So that is the overview of the new River Valley Railway. It is all DC. There is it's very, very simple. I can store 16 locomotives on this layout because I use power switching turnouts. We come to the back where the shop and the workbench, which is messy, is. And then this is Hidden Valley staging yard where the interchange trains park, as well as the extra passenger train and the extra train that also has the fuel cars that will deliver fuel to the Riverport Yard facility. And then there's our heavy shop back here at Hidden Valley. So we come back around, we can show you our dispatch board. And I'll do a whole session on this, on how we dispatch trains. It's basically by random card draw. There's 15 industries. I use 2 matching decks of cards. And we draw out 9 cards. And then we match up car cards to those industries. And then out of those cards, we make our deliveries and we make our pickups. For the recycle plant and the coal facility, we have hopper cars and gondolas, and they will hold in the yard until we get 3 of either. And then once we get 3 full cars, they will come down here to what we imagine to be our pier loading track. And at the end of that session, they'll park there, and at the start of the next session, they'll get dumped. We use live loads. That's fine black ballast from Woodland Scenics. And those are just Kato unijoiners that I use for my recycle stuff. It's a dual cab, so I can have a train running on the entire outer loop and be switching cars at the same time, but then I have to get off the main line for the train to come through. I only do that when I'm doing yard work. The purpose of this layout is to bring in goods from an interchange train via CSX, swap those cars out with a train that we have picked up from our customers that's going outbound, and so it's an infinite operating session because I have enough room for all my cars, for all my facilities. I don't ever have to keep putting cars off and on the track. And oh, this is a nice little feature. I've got one of these little Plymouth PDT engines I use kind of like as a rail car. Its sole job is to shove these cars out the switchback so that the other trains can pick them up for pickup and delivery. So I'll do some more videos now that I've rebranded, and I just felt bad because people that have the Pine Valley Railroad and they've had it for years, I didn't want them to think that I was just stealing their name. So we're just starting over with the River Valley Railway. Thanks for watching. Bye.